Hey, this is the Matheketeer here to show you how to write a linear equation in slope-intercept form. We need to follow three simple steps. Step number one is to isolate the y expression on the left side of the equation. Step two is we divide both sides of the equation by the constant attached to the y, and then write the equation in slope-intercept form, sometimes called Y-intercept form. We have 6 examples here to help illustrate. Example number one. 3x minus 2y equals negative 16. Now when I say I want to get the y expression by itself, it means I want to subtract everything that's not the y expression. In this case, I want to subtract 3x from both sides. This cancels and I'm left with negative 2y equals negative 3x minus 16. You always want to put the x first because y-intercept form or slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Step 2, we divide both sides of the equation by the constant attached to the y. In this case, it is negative 2. So we divide negative 2 here. We divide negative 3 by negative 2, and we also need to divide negative 16 by negative 2. These negative 2's cancel. Negative 3 divided by negative 2 equals positive 3 over 2. The x remains, and then we do negative 16 divided by negative 2, which is positive 8. So the slope-intercept form for this particular equation would be y equals 3 over 2x plus 8. Example number 2, we have 13x minus 11y equals negative 12. So we want to get a negative 11y by itself. We subtract 13x from both sides. This cancels. We have negative 11y equals negative 13x minus 12. Next step is to divide both sides by negative 11. We want to get y by itself. Divide by negative 11 here. Divide by negative 11 here and here. This cancels out, and we are left with y equals negative 13 over negative 11, which turns out to be positive 13 over 11 x divided by, or plus 12 over 11. Negative 12 divided by negative 11 is positive 12 over 11. No simplification necessary here. Example number 3, we have 9x minus 7y equals negative 7. We follow the same procedure. We subtract 9x from both sides. This cancels. We have negative 7y equals negative 9x minus 7. Divide both sides by negative 7. This cancels, and we are left with y equals negative 9 over negative 7, which becomes positive 9 over 7, x. Negative 7 divided by negative 7 is positive 1. For number 4, we have x minus 3y equals 6. We subtract x from both sides. This cancels. We are left with negative 3y equals negative x plus 6. Divide both sides by negative 3. This cancels, and we are left with y equals, now there is no number in front of the x, so it is assumed to be a 1. Negative 1 divided by negative 3 is positive 1 over 3. X. Positive 6 divided by negative 3 is negative 2. For number 5, we have 6x plus 5y equals negative 15. Subtract 6x from both sides. This cancels. We have 5y equals negative 6x minus 15. We want to divide both sides by 5. This cancels, and we are left with y equals negative 6 over 5 x, and negative 15 divided by 5 is negative 3. And finally, number 6, 4x minus y equals 1. Follow the same procedure, subtract 4x from both sides. This cancels. We're left with negative y equals negative 4x plus 1. When there's no number in front of the variable, we assume it to be 1, so we divide both sides by negative 1. And this becomes y. Negative 4 divided by negative 1 is positive 4x, and then 1 divided by negative 1 is negative 1. So our final equation for that one is y equals 4x minus 1. So by following these simple steps, isolate the y expression, divide both sides of the equation by the constant attached to y, we can write the equation in slope-intercept form. I am the Mathketeer. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think, and subscribe.